writer's block.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Isn't it like that all the time? Like, isn't that the normal rider thing?
I think it is for me. It's like, for me, I'll just go until I can't go anymore.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that happens. And then I'm just stuck. You know?
What was the story? Is this a paying gig? Or just one of your own?
Yeah, it's a paying gig, and I've got a deadline, and I think that's what gets me. It's the deadline part of it.
Yeah.
If I was just writing just for inspiration, you know, I swear, I would just go until I can't go anymore, and then I would go with the next idea, and then I would take that and I would go till I can't go anymore. And then I don't care if it's not like a block to me.
You know, it's funny because I would have thought that it would be easier. Like, I work really well in a box. I like, you give me some parameters, even if they're pretty broad, but you just like bring it down and all the other choices go away, and I can just kind of think.
I like that.
So what's it about?
Well, I've got these brothers, and they're given a special dog. This dog is not just like a regular dog, like a smart dog or loyal dog. This dog, he can almost read their minds. He's gifted.
Okay. What, like,
And
but is the dog narrating the story, or
the dog,
do we hear the dog's voice, or is it just like,
he's the voice of reason. He's, you know, he's almost like the fatherly figure to these boys. They're orphans, and they've grown up. They're 18 and now, and they're leaving the orphanage, and then they find this dog, and
excuse me.
oh, hey Janet, how's it going? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm blocked. I was just telling John I'm blocked. Yeah, it happens. It happens a lot.
Oh, I'm waiting for a call. I got a job interview.
That's what you're waiting for?
Yeah, job interview, yeah.
Oh, John, good luck.
Yeah. This is like the third interview, so
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying not to get too excited. I mean, but,
Third interview means that they like you.
well, it's my first third interview.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a third interview myself. I've never done a third interview.
Yeah.
Like, second interview, and either you got it or you don't. You don't call a third interview. It's freaking me out a little bit.
I would be totally freaked. I mean, for me, it's always the first interview, and it's either yes or no. I never get called back.
They just give you the job out of the
They
first
just give me
interview?
the job, or they don't. That's it. Then I just move on, and I'm okay with that. But I can't stress. Oh, hey, Reg. Yeah, I'm locked. Yeah, you know it. He knows it. You know, I think that these people can read me like a book.
Well, you're here all the time. I mean, you're always working on something.
Hey, when I'm on, I am so on. I swear I could go for days when I'm on. There is no end to what could happen when it's like this drop in a pond, and then it just ripples out and it just goes, and I just ride that little wave.
Keep talking, I'm listening.
And I swear I I could go a long time. But then when the wave stops,
Yeah.
it's, John, it just stops.
Mm.
You know, normally, I don't care. I don't care really. Because then I just go to my next idea. Because, you know, I have, usually I have 12 ideas.
Yeah.
And then I can just go to the next one, and then I go, like I said, until that one is done. You know? And then after a while, I've got these 12 ideas, and I can figure out how to make them all work with each other, you know? I figure 12 chapters is pretty good for most books.
It's interesting. I'm reading. I just read a book. Had 30 chapters in it. It was,
Really?
you know.
Were they short?
Well, yeah. There's each chapter was like between 1 and like 7 pages.
Really? Is it like one of those how-to self-help books?
No, it's Wizard of Oz. There's just the Kingdom of Oz,
Uh-huh.
the Emerald City of Oz. Yeah, the Emerald City of Oz. It's like the 6th book. It was supposed to be the last book in the series, but then he ran out of money, so he kept making them. You know that there was 14 Wizard of Oz books?
No, it's not one of the things.
Oh, well, I didn't know either.
Wow.
I didn't know either. Just started reading them, and I read the first one, and it's weird. It's not what I expected from the movie. The movie was the only thing I'd ever seen.
Me too. I hear there's all kinds of things that come after and before.
Yeah. Well, did you watch The Return to Oz?
Yeah.
Because The Return to Oz has elements of like the next 3 books, but
That's
yeah,
how that works.
yeah. I mean, the story is, but it has like you're familiar with the chicken, and the rollers, the creepy.
I like the copper tin man.
Oh,
I thought that was funny. The copper tin man.
copper.
He's more like a.
Mechanical Man. TikTok.
Yeah.
His name is TikTok.
He's more like a. Yeah. I don't know. He's like a ripoff of Star Wars with a hat.
Yeah. Except made, you know, what, 70 years earlier.
Yeah. You know, what if I incorporated something like that? I don't know how I could do that. But the dog could be TikTok.
Yeah.
That's not very much fatherly. That's manufactured.
Yeah. Well, plus, I mean, it's kind of obscure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an obscure reference, but unless you reference it specifically, if you reference like the book or the second movie, then people will relate it. But
It takes away from the genuineness of this actual really, like an innocent, well, a coming of age. That's my idea. Is that they're coming of age. They're 18. You know, they're out of the orphanage. They're on their own. They're going to venture out into the world. They want to start a business, and they get this dog. And he has to try to communicate to them as, you know, like a father would, the voice of reason, to help them through, you know, all they know is the orphanage. Do you like the Franco version? Where
Franco
he's-
version.
of the Wizard of Oz.
oh, the James Franco. Oh, it was. Yeah, and now having read a bunch of it, it means nothing.
Yeah.
It's just totally invented. It's bits of the source material, but you know, there's so much now that especially my eyes have been opened to how much source material there is, but it's a very not traditional stories like we know them. So
Yeah.
it's really outside the box thinking. Like each chapter, it's very compartmentalized. Like a lot of the books, like the chapter is like one little adventure, and then it moves on to the next little adventure, then it moves on, and it does it
Yeah. Maybe my dog was older.
Well, that's interesting. If it,
That's it.
when the dog is,
I'm starting him out way too young now. What is he gonna know?
well, and if the dog is older, then he could be near death.
In dog years, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, just in real years, he could be old. Like just,
Yeah.
depends on what, like if it's a lab or something,
Yeah.
7-year, 8-year-old lab, that's pretty old.
He's like a golden lab. He's the golden ticket.
Like my dog, I have that Chihuahua, and she's 7, but she's a young lady. I mean, I expect she could live, 18 years?
My poodle's 12.
Yeah.
He's smart, but he's not intuitive.
Is he getting old? I mean,
Oh,
does he seem old?
Yeah, he's getting gray. He's getting a little arthritis in his front paws.
Oh. Maybe that's
There's a
fewer
little-
years than I thought.
It's a little endearing. I mean, sometimes you just want to help him out.
But,
Oh, is that there?
no, it's my wife.
Oh, okay. Tell her, hey, how's she doing on that diet exercise thing?
That is not a thing that I can ask her about.
No?
No.
Huh.
No.
It's kind of touchy?
Yeah, well, I mean, the problem is obvious. It's the same with me. I mean, we need to bring our sugar down. You gotta bring the sugar down.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, carbohydrates are sugar. Everything is sugar. You just, the problems start going away. You don't even have to get into like GMOs and
Yeah, I don't understand all that stuff.
the hormones in your meat and everything.
Yeah.
It's funny, the packaging I saw at the store, the chicken, it says hormone-free chicken. And then later on it says it is illegal to give chickens any hormones. So,
Oh, it should be.
well, it is. So it's funny, like it's saying 0-calorie water, or water, no sugar added, or sugar-free water. It's silly because we're saying it's something that never had it, like gluten-free potatoes.
Well, some of these companies, they don't care about us. My doctor says I'm pre-diabetic. I didn't know that was a thing, pre-diabetic. It's, like your,
It's funny, my doctor says that pre-diabetic is not diabetic.
yeah, that's what I
If you're
think.
pre-diabetic,
You're
that
not
means you're not,
diabetic.
like, you have pre-hypertension. What does that mean? You don't have hypertension.
Yeah.
Like, oh, but you're on your way.
So,
But do I have hypertension? No. You have pre-hypertension.
right.
And what's pre-hypertension?
It's
no hypertension.
Not hypertension. Well, what I mean by these companies, they don't care. Like Mountain Dew will come out with the black or whatever, and they don't do it in sugar-free. They don't do it in diet. They don't care about us.
Well-
They don't care about our plight. We have to stick with the stupid plain water, no sugar added.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, even if it does come in a diet, it's still, just don't drink it. I mean, you put too much sugar in my coffee. I know I do. I should drink it black. I tried it black. My wife is like, embrace the bitter. Embrace the bitterness. And, I've embraced a lot of bitterness in my marriage. I'm going to have my coffee sweet.
Yeah, otherwise you're on edge.
Well, yeah, it's
There's too many things to give up. Every once in a while, it seems like you need to be able to hold on to something that makes you comfortable.
well, but I don't want to have it make me dead.
That's dealer.
So, yeah, but I don't want it to make me dead. Hold on. It's them. Cool. Good luck with that. And
All right, you've given me some ideas about. I don't want my dog to be pre-old.
pre-diabetic.